Your Minnesota Vikings needed to find some cornerback help in free agency before the draft, notably because Patrick Peterson decided to sign with the Steelers, and it's all good. I mean, Peterson had some 2 fantastic years here with the Vikings, but it is what it is, and the business is the business. And remember, he signed as a free agent from the Cardinals, so why don't we go back to the well and sign another former Cardinals cornerback, Byron Murphy. Welcome to the Vikings. That's right, man. Rap sheet, go. Sources, souses. The Vikings are working to finalize a deal for Arizona Cardinals cornerback Byron Murphy. A big-time defender lands in Minnesota. It's a 2-year deal worth roughly $22 million per me and Tom Pelissero, one of the top cornerbacks on the market. And a number of outlets, including us, have tied the Vikings to Byron Murphy this offseason. It made a lot of sense stylistically with what Brian Flores wants to do, man-to-man. Also has a little something in the blitz department. And Pro Football Focus likes it too. He was their 45th ranked free agent. They projected him at $12 million per, a 3-year deal, but 2 for 22. Pretty dang close. This is what they wrote. Murphy boosted his stock this season by playing primarily on the outside after splitting reps with a skew towards the slot over his first 3 seasons, and he earned the highest overall 66.7 and coverage 63.9 coverage grades of his career in the process. Murphy will be 25 through the entire 2023 season, and his inside-outside flexibility makes him an intriguing option for a lot of teams in need of help in the secondary, and the Vikings certainly were one of them. So let's talk about the brand new Vikings versatile cornerback today. Background: 25 years young, 5'11", a $190, former 4-star recruit from Scottsdale, Arizona, was an All-American receiver as well as being a top-flight defensive back. Took his talents to Seattle, UW, go Washington. 2-year starter for the Huskies. He actually only played in 20 collegiate games, but he earned first-team All-Pac-12 honors in 2018, declared as a redshirt sophomore, hence why he's super young after wrapping up his rookie deal. Tested okay. I mean, when you're not a size length freak, usually you want better testing numbers, but it sort of is what it is. So he's not a size, speed, or length freak, but a 4.55 40, 1.59 10-yard split. Did decent in the agility. And even with sort of meh testing numbers, his tape at Washington led him to be the first pick of the second round in 2019, 33rd overall, which is important because that allowed him to hit free agency versus having a 5th-year option and remaining in Arizona. And he played 4 seasons with the Cardinals, primarily in the slot, played more on the outside in 2022, but only ended up notching 9 games due to a back injury. But, of course, medical staff checked that out, so we'll be good to go. Now, everyone points out that, hey, he's got a career 103.2 quarterback rating when thrown at, but remember, Cardinals defense, I mean, it had been okay at times, but last year it just fell off a cliff. It was ass. They had no pass rush. They couldn't generate consistent pressure. The secondary was porous except for Murphy and Budda Baker. So, yeah, I'm not putting everything on Byron Murphy. Also, you're betting on the traits, and you're asking yourself, what can he do specifically in Brian Flores' defense? He's going to be a sticky man-to-man guy. He's going to blitz sometimes. He's going to cover a lot of ground, and that's exactly what the Vikings need him to do. Attributes-wise, ball hawk, 25 career passes broken up, 5 interceptions. He's got great versatility, like I mentioned, on the outside, on the inside, left, right, corner. He can do it all, as well as physically tough, contested catch fighter, 21 career penalties, which is important. So he super aggressive, super aggro, super sticky at Washington, as well as his first 3 seasons. 21 career penalties, except they're all in his first 3 seasons. 0 goose egg. D'Angelo Russell in 2022. So being able to that's always a good sign, and you find it as a trend on some of these younger, more aggressive cornerbacks where they'll start out with a high penalty number, and then eventually that has to get coached out of them, whether it's dialing things a little bit back or getting a little bit craftier when you're committing penalties. And Murphy certainly could and should did do some of that in 2022. Also, he's avid in the run game, 73.6 run defense grade, which is very important in the type of defense that the Vikings want to play. Hopefully stopping the run. Yeah, also former receiver, former All-American receiver in high school, helps mirror and match some of the concepts that are being thrown at him, plus a very high football IQ, very well-renowned, and he is going to be that dude in the Viking secondary. So he steps in, obviously the best cornerback on the team, and it could be a spot where they're probably not done in free agency in terms of cornerbacks, as well as they certainly should partake of this very nice cornerback draft. So it could be a spot where, I mean, if you're just penciling in your starters now, you got rid of Dantzler, put him on waivers. Patrick Peterson is gone. Hopefully they bring back Duke Shelley. But say your top 3 corners are Byron Murphy, Caleb Evans, and Andrew Booth Jr. It could be a spot where Murphy and Evans start out on the outside in base packages, and then when you go to nickel, having Booth and Evans on the outside and Murphy kicks into the slot. It's basically basically what they did with Antoine Winfield when he was here. It's what they did with Terrence Newman when he was here as well, and that's something that could be in line with Byron Murphy. So I think that it's a great value at 2 years, $22 million. And again, Kwesi inking up these short-term free agent deals, 2-3 seasons generally. And Murphy, I think that his best football is ahead of him. He's a young guy, again, going to be 25 throughout this entire season. Arizona maybe didn't get the best out of him, but also they weren't the best defense to begin with. And specifically what the Vikings need, they need a man-to-man guy who has versatility, can play in the slot, can play in the outside, as well as blitz the passer occasionally. That's Byron Murphy. So I love this fit specifically for the Vikings of Brian Flores, and it's a great spot for him to flex on some of that potential and possibility that he had coming out of Washington. But your thoughts are thoughts. Vikings sign Arizona Cardinals cornerback Byron Murphy. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.